This was built by a tiny AI. And this is where it started. This is Minecraft. You can move in two directions, right and up, conveniently wired up to all controls for easy access. Not left, not down, not forward, right and up, forever, into the corner of the world, like a Roomba that's given up. This is what a tiny, local AI built when we asked it to make Minecraft from memory. And here's the thing, it didn't stop at version 1. We let it keep going, 22 times, each version trying to fix the last one. What we got was the single most relatable thing I have ever watched a machine do. We watched it debug. Meet the contestant, Quen 3.5 4B. The 4B means 4 billion parameters, which sounds enormous and is by the standards of a calculator and tiny by the standards of every AI that writes everyone's emails. This is the small one, the one you run at home, offline, for free. It does not phone home. It does not Google anything. So when we asked it to build Minecraft, it could not look at Minecraft. It built the whole thing from the fuzzy memory of having read about it. And this is the important part. These 22 versions aren't 22 random guesses. Each one starts from the last and tries to improve it. So we're not watching luck, we're watching a tiny brain do iterative development, the exact loop a real programmer lives in. Write something, run it, watch it break in a brand new way, fix that, break something else. 22 times. Let's go. Version 1. And honestly, not nothing. There's a voxel world. There are blocks. It's three-dimensional. The model clearly knew the shape of Minecraft. None of the controls are working, but hey, at least we got a move. Just one. The fun one. Fair start. We have a world. The next version just needs to fix the controls. Version 2 deleted the world. All of it. The ground, the blocks, the two whole directions of movement. Gone. What's left is the sky. You can't move. You can't fall. This is the first great lesson of programming, and the model found it immediately. Sometimes you sit down to add one feature, and you accidentally remove the entire product. Version 3. And okay, this is genuinely a comeback. The mouse works. You can look around. You are standing on the ground. For the first time, this looks like a first-person game. It now removed even the fun move, so we can't do more than just looking around. But still, we have a world. We have a camera. We can look around. We're back. And then it tried to fix the movement. Version 4 fixed the movement by removing the ability to look up or down. The y-axis was causing problems, so it deleted the y-axis, which is technically a solution, just not to the movement problem. Version 5 put the y-axis back, and it invented a brand new kind of mouse movement that does not occur in any game, ever. The horizon tilts. The world rolls. You do not look around. You slowly fall over. It solved the missing axis bug by adding a seasickness bug. Beautiful. Version 6 finally adds movement. Not typical, boring movement. Creative movement. Want to go slower? Just look slightly to the right. And gravity has left the project. And then, version 7, movement. Works. All four directions. Mouse looks where you point it. The horizon stays where horizons go. After 5 straight versions of breaking and re-breaking the controls, it just quietly got it right. No fanfare. Like it had no idea the previous 5 were a disaster. Which, again, relatable. Version 8, jumping. The player can jump, and it works on the first try, which after the mouse wars feels almost suspicious. Version 9 adds blocks that are not ground. Progress. You can also walk straight through them. Less progress. No collision. The blocks are decorative. You are a ghost in a world that does not believe in you. You can see the terrain. You cannot touch it. Okay, this is where it stops being a joke. From here on, it actually starts becoming Minecraft. Version 10. Collision. The blocks are solid. You stand on the ground. You can climb terrain. You teleport through blocks. And right here, at version 10, it crosses a line. This stopped being a tech demo that's falling apart. This is a little game now. It has a world, a body. gravity, and props. The bones are done. Now it gets to be ambitious. Version 11, real terrain. Not a flat floor-generated landscape. Hills. Shape. A world that looks made. 12 makes it better, cleaner, more like a place. Version 13 creates different block types, then it runs into performance issues. So it solved them the traditional way by making the entire world tiny. And version 14 does the thing that separates a toy from a game. It makes the world bigger, and then, somehow, it makes the big world actually run. Performance. The tiny model, unprompted, discovered that a giant world is no good if it runs like a slideshow, and fixed it. Version 15. The big one. You place blocks. You destroy blocks. Where you click. On purpose. That is the entire heart of Minecraft. The whole loop. Build, break, build. And a tiny offline model on a normal computer with no reference got there. It took until version 15, but it got there. Sure, it made the game slower again. But progress is rarely free. 16. Trees. The world has trees. It's not just terrain anymore, it's scenery. It also fixed the performance issues. This is feeling like a game now. Version 17 adds trees. Not a few trees, not some trees. A forest with performance implications. After the tree situation, version 18 tries to optimize block rendering. A sensible idea, briefly. Then it breaks block rendering. Still progress, just facing the other way. Version 19 sees what version 18 did to the block engine, and panics. It scales the world back down. It removes some of the trees. It basically walks us back to version 16, but with a better engine underneath. So, it is not regression, it is regression with architecture. Version 20 adds a sun and clouds. The clouds work beautifully. They drift around up there doing cloud things. The sun is less successful. It exists somewhere in the code. It just does not exist in the sky, which is either a rendering bug or a theological position. And version 21 adds animated water, moving, rippling, animated. The same model that started with a world you could only walk through diagonally is now animating water. The clouds no longer move. But that is fine. We have transferred the motion budget from the sky to the ocean. And then, finally, version 22, the final form. It has mouse look, actual movement, different block types, terrain that looks like terrain, trees, flowers, floating clouds, animated water. You can place blocks, you can delete blocks. You can walk through a world that is no longer a tiny panic island. There is even a sun. You cannot see the sun, but spiritually, it is there. Is this Minecraft? No, absolutely not. It still has problems. The controls are weird. The world is strange. The lighting has opinions, and the whole thing feels like it is being held together by optimism and a single tired JavaScript file. But also, a 4 billion parameter model built this in a few hours. From nothing, from diagonal walking and invisible collision and deleted y-axes, to a playable little voxel world with trees, flowers, water, clouds, terrain, blocks, and one invisible sun. That is not a finished game, but it is definitely something. So what did we actually learn besides this is extremely funny? The headline isn't that a tiny model built Minecraft. The headline is how. It didn't get it right in one brilliant flash. It got it right the way humans do. Badly. Then slightly less badly. 22 times in a row. And it made every classic mistake on the way. It fixed a bug by deleting a feature. It fixed a feature by adding a worse bug. It optimized things nobody asked it to. It shipped a sun you can't see. If you've ever written code, you have done every single one of those things. Well, you probably did not ship an invisible sun, but you get the point. So that's Quencraft. We handed a model the size of a rounding error the entire concept of Minecraft with no internet and told it to keep fixing its own work. It never got smarter. It was the same tiny brain the whole time. It just kept going. And honestly, that might be the most honest picture of small AI there is. Not a genius. Not an idiot. A very stubborn junior developer who you let try one more time. Version 23 is going to fix the sun. and absolutely break everything else.